All right. Now, I want to also just make sure that I pronouncing your name correctly. Let's see. I have it here, and I wrote it down phonetically. Naisa.
Naisa, yes.
Naisa. Okay. So Naisa, tell me. Okay, this is your last day.
Well, next to the last day.
Yeah.
Next to your last day in Rome. Tell me first, what has been your experience? You're all smiles.
It's been fun. I've got to see different things and just experiencing like walking and public transportation because I usually don't walk. I stay in the house most of the time, or my mom takes me places. So I have experience actually going out and sort of independent because I still have Felicia with me. So it's just experiencing that whole different scene of doing stuff on my own per se, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, part of being here is also teaching her how to get around on her own, so that she's not afraid of travel. So when I get her on the subway, I'm like, okay, you have to lead us home, and I'll be like 4 or 5 steps behind, and she'll like, we'll go this way. I'm like, I don't know, do we go this way or not? Let's see what happens if we go that way. So yeah.
So what has been the highlight of your trip?
Everything is pretty like highlighted for me. I mean, because
okay. So tell me, how does it differ from? You're from Atlanta, Georgia. How does Atlanta differ than being in Rome? Like, how is it different?
It's not really a big difference. Like I noticed that today we went to the mall, and there's not a big difference. The people they just like us. It's the same, so it's not like a really big difference. Maybe just the difference is like their buildings are older,
A lot older.
Yeah.
Like dawn of Western civilization older.
Yeah. So it's not
Felicia, what have you observed about Isa that you from the beginning that you kind of see come out now?
I see that when her mother told me that she was going to be shy when she got here. She goes, she's going to be really quiet and, it's going to take her a minute to warm up. This chick came off the plane talking. So first of all, I have to tell Mom she was not quiet. She really came off and she was really open, and really, inquisitive. And wanting to see things and ask me questions about different things. As far as a personality change, I can't say because I don't know exactly where she was before she started on this journey. All I have to go with is from day one, and I think she's been pretty consistent, from day one, and me learning how to deal with a teenager, because originally when this happened, another mom and her daughter was to be here, so it was going to be 4 of us. So all of a sudden it was just me alone, with a teenager, and us trying to find our balance in that also, and me still trying to work and still hoping that she's becomes more independent, because at the end of the day, like I said, this is all about encouraging her, to want to travel and hopefully feel comfortable enough that she can eventually doing, her summer breaks while she's in college, want to go on and travel some more. So I do see more independence happening, where before when I would say, walk ahead of me, before she was like this. Now she's walking in front of me and taking the lead and things like that. So that's the biggest things for me. I see that she's becoming more independent. So I guess more confident with where she is.
Okay, so at the beginning of our initial interview, you said that you were going to really enjoy experiencing Rome through her eyes, because it just would be kind of like fresh eyes. Mm-hmm. So was there a particular event that was the most pleasurable for you to sort of relive vicariously through her?
I would say, well, it was interesting, the walking, because, I'm a walker, and anyone comes on my tour, knows a lot of walking. So really trying to find that balance. But I think the biggest thing I say was when we went biking in Villa Borghese, and watching her do the Segway. doing the segue, because I do the segue all the time, with my groups. I do segues, and she goes, I've always wanted to do that. And I'm like, okay, well, let's
it's like
do it.
being on that scooter,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So watching her trying to, maneuver the Segway, and then just bike riding through Villa Borghese, because of course she, when we're walking, I got her, when we're walking. I'm always at my pace and everything walking. But when she got on that bicycle, she's like, yeah, all right, you keep up with me now. So she took off, So it's kind of fun really doing that and riding through Villa Borghese and seeing, the parks. And of course we would stop and I would talk about things that were, that were of historical reference in the park. So it was really, I think, everything, to me. Just like you said, I can't say there was any big aha moments. It was more like, consistent learning throughout, but and learning about each other, and learning about, how to relate, to people that you don't know. And even the Italians, as far as, she's, I've had a couple, welcome to Italy moments with her, where things just don't go 100% right, and I'm like, yeah, you just gotta roll with it, with Italians. It's been this way, for thousands and thousands of years, and they're not about to change it because some Americans have come along and said,
Right.
you need to do it this way. So, I think I guess that was easy too, watching her adjust to the welcome to Italy moments,
Right.
when
And I imagine that they're just on their own time and they're just like, whatever.
that's
Whereas in America, it's like, you must be on time, you must, whatever. And it's more regimented and it seems more just kind of free flowing. And I don't know, it just seems like people they take the time to enjoy life more. Is that something that you observe, Naisa?
Yeah, I did notice that they kind of are on their own time and they just go with the flow, sort of, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But in the South, it's kind of like that as well. I remember standing in line at a grocery store, and the grocer, the cashier had to do a price check, and I'm not kidding, for some yogurt. It was like 5 minutes. We were all sitting in line, and I was like, "This is unacceptable. I can't believe I'm waiting 5 minutes."
That's 5 minutes. That was quick. You got it in 5 minutes.
I was just like, but everybody else around me was just like, oh, like it was no big deal. But like, I'm from LA and everything's a lot quicker. So that has to probably be a little bit of a culture shock. So what about the food though?
The food's good, of course. The food's
What was
really
your
good.
favorite thing?
Oh, well, I had some wings yesterday. That's probably not. They're not from, but they're not. They're not Italian.
Teenager for you though. It's like really.
The wings are really good, but no. I had some pizza. Oh, it was really good. But okay, here's the thing. The day before we had pizza, and it was like, I was like, what is this? This is not that good. And then the next day we had more, and I was like, yes, this is the pizza that I was looking for. I had a white cheese pizza with arugula salad and tomatoes and olives. I don't really eat tomatoes because I can't really do it because I have eczema, so the acidity gets to me. So I didn't eat that or the olives. But all in all, it was really good and it was really fresh. And I learned that in Italy, everything's fresh to order. They don't do delivery because they believe that it's not fresh,
Right.
And she said in some places they don't necessarily put your stuff to take out with you if you want it because it's not considered fresh and everything's fresh and made to order, so it tastes good like right then and there.
And I also heard
Oh,
that,
the gelato. Okay, I tasted.
I heard that refrigerators are small there.
Oh my gosh!
Because-
Yes.
Because everybody goes shopping every day, so there's no real food storage.
Yeah, they're like really small. We went grocery shopping the other day and we couldn't really, get a lot. She's like, my freezer's small, and I didn't realize how small it was until I started putting stuff in the refrigerator. I was like, oh shoot, it is small. I thought it was 2, but it's like literally like a square like that.
We have 4 ice cream bars in there. That's all we could get in there was 4 ice cream bars in the freezer. Everything else is fresh. Yeah.
So what's it like going to market? Like, I mean, did you guys eat out every day, or did you go down to the market and pick out something that you guys prepared at home?
home cooking. She's supposed to have a real Italian experience with Felice. That would not be real. Okay, so we'll let her finish.
Most of
Did you see it? Did you see the shop?
we went to a small grocery store, and there I learned that you pack your own bags.
We had a moment.
Yeah, you pack your own bags, and I'm not really used to that because I don't. Well, I kind of help. I help pack bags like when I'm at grocery shopping with my mom and stuff. But sometimes like they'll like move you out of the way so they can do because that's their job. But here they just ring it up and pass it down, and that's your job to put it in the bag. I was like, oh.
Okay, so my final question is, what do you think of the boys?
I don't think of the boys. They're all right. I see. Some of them were cute, but I wasn't really trying to check for anybody.
So there were just some highlight moments. I would grant that she wasn't really looking, but every once in a while, someone would walk by that she couldn't help but notice. Yeah, we actually, well, you didn't participate, so I can talk about. We actually today when we were on the bus, we had a moment where we got on the bus, and shortly afterwards, a mom, dad, and their teenage son got on the bus, and the seats here they're kind of facing each other. So the mother was like signaling for him to sit in front of Naisa, right? And you could tell he was like really, really shy, and he was like dropping his head down. And the parents kept egging him on, like, go, right? And of course, she's looking out the window. She's not trying to make eye contact either, right? And it was hilarious to sit there and watch. I was over there like rolling at it, because he did not, I would say he had to be about 16, 17. I think he was cute. He was probably about 6'1" already, and
Wow.
he was, by Italian standards, he was a cutie, but he was just as bashful as she was. And I'm like, look at the two of them over there.
I didn't notice that. I did not notice that.
The parents are like, go.
Yeah, they're like, go sit down. What's the matter? And he's like trying to find the farthest seat away, so he doesn't have to interact. It was kind of cute. Yeah, it was a moment. I'm embarrassing her. So we won't.
I didn't notice. I was ready to go. Then we should have taken a while.
So
Yeah.
okay, well, actually, I lied. That is my last next question. My question is, now that you've traveled overseas, do you think you'll do it again? And if you do, where is the next place? Where would you like to go?
I've always said I am going to Jamaica.
So where you're?
Oh yeah, I went and got a shirt.
And they gave it to her.
Yep, I went and got a shirt for my brother. I hope he doesn't watch this, but I went and got a shirt for my brother, and it was a Jamaican store, and he gave me this as a gift. So I've always said I'm going to Jamaica. My best friend is Jamaican. I have a lot of Caribbean friends, and my family's pretty mixed with different cultures. So I've always said I'm going to Jamaica. So of course, yes, I'm traveling again, and then I said to Felice and to myself, okay, when I get older, I'll come here again, but then I'll be bringing friends with me. Yeah.
And she's getting on her blog. She's getting a lot of from all over the world. Women are just like reaching out to her. She's had what Singapore. Yeah.
No, some sand.
Where was it? Somewhere in the Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
Cabo San Lucas.
Yeah,
Cabo, Switzerland. So she's been getting postings from women all over the world.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's
do you find that doing these types of exercises, do you look at the world now a little bit differently?
A little bit. Sort of, yes.
I think maybe you might be too young to realize how profound.
Yeah, I was saying to myself that it may not hit me as soon as now or a couple weeks, but it will hit me that wow, this is really something big. I know it's big now, but I think as I get older and as I get older, it'll really hit me like this is something. You did something.
Yeah, one of my friends
what's sort of funny is that if you look out my window, you see daylight. I look out your window and I see a beautiful Italian night. Looks pretty clear. I see a beautiful tree out there. I see lights.
It's
so
really pretty at night. It is. I like it.
So what would you say are your best monuments that you saw of all the monuments?
Of all the monuments? I like the, it's probably not something everyone knows, but it's the Moors.
The Fountain of the Moors.
The Fountain of the Moors.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
Also, like, they have a lot of domes in there. Their towers are just pretty. Like, the whole buildings, they're really nice and pretty.
Did you get a chance to take a look at any of the ruins? Any of the old,
while we were on the bus, we did a tour bus, and it took us around Rome, and it spoke to us in headphones, and showed us little things. So yeah, I did see a couple of them.
Very cool. I'm so jealous right now.
My mom said that she said, "I'm so jealous of your pictures, Nagisa." I'm just like, I don't know what to say.
Well, Felicia, I'm really glad that you allowed Beyond Black and White to be a part of this experience, and I hope that this encourages young girls around the same age to think differently, think out of the box, and have a bag packed, and get your passport and go.
And it's not that difficult.
No, it's not.
Yeah, actually, she's decided when she goes back that she doesn't even want an escort helping her with her flight back. Coming in, she had an escort. My mother made arrangements for an escort. She's already told me she doesn't want to go back. When she goes back, that she's got it. She can do this going back. So that's what I said. She's like, no, and she's no longer a bambina, I guess. She's a ragazza now. You know,
well,
so
quick learning, some quick growing up. Good.
Yes.
Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Any plans for tonight? Still young there, even though it's nighttime. It's still kind of what? It's 10 still.
Yeah, we're not going to do much tonight. Probably actually eat in. But we have an early morning train to Florence tomorrow, so we're going to spend most of the day there. Going to visit one of my friends there who she's an American and got married to, an Italian, so hopefully see her daughter, and just kind of hang out in Florence tomorrow and come back and prepare for her flight Tuesday morning.
Right.
So
okay, so Felicia, when are you going to marry an Italian?
Me do what? I am married to myself.